Okay, people, welcome to the United Stand. We are back, man. I'm back from Brazil. I'm back from Munich. I'm sorry to keep you waiting because I know Rants has been saying, come on, we need to get this done. You lot have been at us on Twitter. When is it coming? When is it coming? But the Flex and Rant show is back, no?
Yeah, bruv, we're back, fam, and just in time for the season. If I don't sound excited, it's because I'm not, blood. You know what I want to say?
Do you know what? Let's jump straight into it. Don't want to waste no time because we've got a lot to get through.
All right, G.
I'm back fresh from Munich yesterday. Obviously, it was an absolute bore fest. Like I said in my review of the game, the highlight of the game was 2 paper airplanes getting onto the pitch.
Yeah.
That got the loudest cheer.
Techers, bro.
I spoke to some fans and some of them are saying that they think that Jose Mourinho is trying to get himself sacked.
Bro, well, like, the way I look at it is, they say he's a 3-season manager. He signed that new deal. In my head, as a manager, you do not sign an extension in a job, without knowing the parameters that you're working under. Do you know what I mean? You don't, innit? He would have had certain expectations from the board. He would have had a meeting and said to them, this is what I expect from you in order for me to commit. So all the negative bullshit that he's coming out with, I can only assume, bro, that you knew what you were signing up for. So what is this? That's what I want to know. Like, did you sign the extension so you were going to get a payout? You know what I mean? Like,
so you think he's got like a hidden agenda as to why he's even signing?
My thing is, why sign it? Why not just see out your contract here and leave on a free and go wherever you want, bruv? Why would you sign it and then complain? That's my thing. You know what I mean? It's like the moaning's annoying, but you just committed long term, bruv. You didn't just sign it blindly. Like, you knew what you was getting
He must have
into.
had a clear vision at that time, like you said, an expectancy of what he's going to be signing up for.
Yep. There must have been some sort of understanding. I refuse to believe that he committed to another year of sleeping in a fucking hotel, Do you know what I mean? Without knowing, away from his family, all of this, without knowing what the fuck's going on, bro. You hear what I'm saying? So in my head, Jose knew what he was signing up for. That's what worries me.
What worries me at the minute, if I'm honest, is not so much that,
These are way more exciting than watching United play, blood. Barbecue, blood clot, wings.
Hold tight the wing shack. We're in the wing shack right now. We're going to talk about that because these wings, I've got the honey and sesame, you got the barbecue, they're doing bits. They are doing bits. But for me, I don't think he's trying to get himself sacked. I think he's trying to get his excuses in early so that if, or should I say maybe when, the meltdown happens or we don't perform as good as we think we should, he can say, well, I was saying already that it was going to be difficult. Because he's already said, Mourinho's come out and said, this is going to be a difficult season if we don't strengthen the side. Now, we need signings, don't get me wrong, but like I always say, and I was consistent saying this last year, you cannot tell me that the players that we've already got at the club are not good enough to be playing way better football than we
but that's what my problem is.
My turn to eat some wings now.
That's what my problem's always been with Jose. Like, I said it, I said, when you look, I think there were 4 teams last season that scored more goals than us. We had the second best defensive record in the league. That being said, we're still prioritising fucking defenders. Why, bruv? You know what I mean? We need to score more goals, blood. Why are we not scoring more goals? It's not because of the players, because we've got Lukaku, who's a 30-goal-a-season striker potentially. So is Alexis Sanchez, potentially.
Maybe
Anthony Martial.
Not 30, but you know what I mean?
Martial and Rashford, could get you 20 goals.
20.
Between them, they could get you 30 to 40 goals between them in all competitions. They
Easily.
could. So we've got goals in the team. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jesse will get you 10. Do you know what I mean? Pogba can get you 10 if they're played correctly. Like, we have goals in the team. Why are we not scoring more goals, bruv? It's down to the system, the coaching, and the management, bruv. I'm not trying to hear anything else, bruv.
Well, do you know what? We're going into the last couple of days of this transfer window,
Yeah.
And like you said there's so much emphasis on a centre-half. Like, you're looking at Sky Sports News just because that's just what was on when I was looking at it. But, the transfer saga for Manchester United. Which one of these 4 centre-backs are they going to sign? Like, are you taking a piss? Like you're saying, we want to play more attacking football.
Yeah.
For me, yes, Alderweireld would be a great signing.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, he will make us better. But what we already have, I know we're not going to sort out the fullback
It's
situation.
good enough to make a challenge,
if we're playing at the top end of the pitch. And midfield is all right.
Lindelof, World Cup quarter-finalist, bruv. If you can play in the World Cup quarter-finals, for a team like Sweden, and Sweden never got weighed in by anyone.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So he's accomplished enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
And he's Jose's buy.
Yeah, and he's Jose's buy.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So what you have to realise is, are the board not backing him because they don't trust him? I believe so. Do you know what I mean? I believe that the board have said, yo, we backed you to the tune of about 300 million over 2 years, and you ain't really done shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, fair enough you won the Europa. Like, we didn't pay no one, innit? Played fucking Tom and Jerry FC, bruv, in the Europa League. Bagged that.
Ajax under 15s.
That's it. Ajax under 15s in the final, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it didn't take a miracle to beat these man. If anything, we made hard work of certain teams because we should have slapped everyone. Do you know what I mean? There was no one in there.
And he only prioritised it late on when we absolutely fucked
we realised that the Prem was dead.
Yeah.
But bruv, there was no one in that group or in any part where we went into any games the underdog. We were the favourites in every match we played. We didn't play at Atletico Madrid like Arsenal had to play or something like that. You know what I mean? We didn't play at Sevilla. We didn't. We played dead teams, innit? So people giving him massive credit for that, I can only give him so much credit because we didn't play no one. A club of our stature are supposed to win those games. So you look at it, and Woodward said, all right, cool. Gave you Zlatan, you wanted Zlatan. Zlatan was free, but it cost a lot of money. You wanted Mkhitaryan, we hijacked Arsenal for Mkhitaryan, we got him.
Then shot it into
and then ended up giving him back to them anyway because he was shit. And the man that we swapped him for was shit for us as well, blood. Okay, then we got Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof, two men that we spent a combined 60 plus million for that you don't fucking play. Do you know what I'm saying? So, who else have I missed that he brought in? We brought in Paul Pogba. You ain't got the best out of this.
Lukaku's just doing what he does at Everton. He's not much better.
You brought in Pogba, and after 2 years, you still haven't got the best out of him. You haven't managed to get the best out of him. Lukaku, you brought him in, and actually, he's had a less productive season than the season before at a shitter club, bruv, in the Premier League. So, what the fuck are you doing with my money?
So, are you saying, because I don't want this to just be like a Bash Jose episode, you know what I'm saying? Because there are two sides.
There are two sides, but what I'm saying is the board, they're saying the board are not backing him, but has he given, but I'm saying, has he given the board enough reason to back him? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because with the man that he's brought in, who's really set the world alight that he's brought in? No one. He hasn't brought in anyone that has proved their price tag yet. No one.
Me, I would say, so far, I know Mourinho tries to take some credit for certain players' development. In my opinion, I don't think he's actually made any player better. Martial obviously has gone backward. Pogba's gone backwards since Juve. Lukaku's the same since Everton. Eric Bailly is hardly really played. Okay, that's injuries.
And all these
not given a chance.
All these men look better playing for other managers internationally.
Yeah, that's the problem.
None of them look better playing for him.
So what about the people then who were saying, do you know what? Why all this negativity? Why are you so upset? Why are you so angry? Not just specifically you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, because the fan base is kind of divided at the minute.
Very
I mean,
divided.
Don't get me wrong, across my timeline, across Twitter, fans that I speak to, there's definitely more people who are like against Jose, against the board. All is not rosy.
No, all of them have to take blame.
The people who are saying, get off Jose's back, like he's a proven winner.
But
like,
not with us, he's not. You know, so what does it mean?
He got 2 trophies in his first season, 3 if you want to be desperate and count the Community Shield. He got us up to 2nd in the league. Like, these are all things where, if you're looking at it from a different angle, because I've seen rival fans that say to me, what are you moaning about?
That's because they don't have to watch us every week. That's why, blood. If they had to watch us every week, they would know what we're moaning about, blood. Man is saying he's a proven winner and that all this bullshit, fam. So was Mike Tyson in his early years. Then he got slumped by Danny Williams, fam. You know what I'm saying? What does it like? What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you done back then. Like, what have you done lately, innit? Because when I analyse man's career, every club that he's gone to post Porto, to build, he's brought in an average of 7 players in his first season, bruv. He does a complete overhaul. That's what he does. Do you know what I'm saying? Then he wins stuff and then he bounces. Do you know what I mean? When he came into United, it wasn't that kind of project. Do you know what I mean? The United thing was a more long-term kind of project, and the foundations he's built, haven't been fucking amazing, blood. Don't get me wrong, the board take a lot of blame because we brought in 3 appointments and they've all been completely different. Stylistically, philosophy-wise, so...
We're going to get that fluctuation.
We're going to get the fluctuation, do you know what I mean? Because the club itself didn't have an ethos. It was the Sir Alex Ferguson way. After that, we didn't stick to our true guns of playing exciting, attacking football. We brought in fucking David Moyes. Big mistake. Then you bring in pragmatic Van Gaal that plays in fucking triangles and that and plays sideways. And then on top of that, then you bring in a Jose who likes big fucking shithouses. Do you know what I mean? So we brought in 3 managers that have completely different ethoses, completely different philosophy.
What you're saying is, is it a surprise then that this is happening?
No, this
Really?
is why it's happening. This is why the rebuilding process is taking so long. It's because, like, we didn't stick to our guns. If we have an ethos, we have a director of football that says, listen, these are the kind of players that we want in these positions, and we're just going to look for these players only, it would have been a smooth transition. We've had 3 rebuilding processes when it should have been 1. And that's where the problem is. And that lies down with the board and the people at the top, because the structure of the club is a shambles.
What have we're looking for new signings.
Yeah.
But what have we announced this week? We've got a new partner.
Yeah.
Like another shirt sleeve, another sponsor.
That's it. I told you, blood. If pot noodles come in with the amount of money, blood, I'm telling you, man, are going to have pot noodles
this is the problem.
on our shorts, blood.
This is the problem. It's like we haven't got football people making football decisions at the club, and that's the problem. We've got business people doing it, and don't get me wrong, the size of the club is that's why we're making record revenues and stuff like that. But on the pitch, it seems like that's what Jose's kind of get at in his defence, which is like, I've said I wanted these kind of players. I don't even think I'll get 2. I'll hope for 1 if I'm lucky. That doesn't fill us with confidence.
Yeah, but bruv, what you got to realise is they both fucked up, because the board should have said, listen, yeah.
These wings are so good as well. Sorry.
Banging.
Sorry.
The board should have said, okay, we want longevity, we want to build, we want to buy players with a certain profile. So that means they have to have certain marketability, they have to have a certain resale value, which means automatically we're going for pretty high profile players and we're going for young players. If that's the process, then you don't bring in a Jose, because that's not Jose's ethos. So straight away you brought in a manager that doesn't suit the project that you're trying to build. So it's a shit move from the board. Do you know what I mean? And then, but also Jose knows that the manager, the board, want a resale value. They want younger players. So why the fuck are you giving Ed a list full of 30-year-olds, blood, and you expect him to secure that?
Do you think Ed looks at that sometimes and think, hang on a minute, this ain't what we discussed?
Yeah,
sort of
Ed's
thing.
probably thinking, yo, this guy, bruv. Like, I think that the only reason why Jose ain't been sacked here is because he is a Galactico manager. Globally, as a brand, they probably look at it and say, you know what, Manchester United are stronger as a brand with a big name like Mourinho, as opposed to going for a Klopp at the time who was relatively unknown.
You know, that's a very good point, because I do think at that time we almost was a little bit reactionary to City, because they just got Pep, and it just like he just got sacked. He hadn't just got sacked by Chelsea, but he was just looming. Yeah. And a player, like someone of his, like you saying, the stature.
Yeah, the Jose signing wasn't planned.
Sense.
It wasn't planned. No, it was a reaction to what City did.
Yeah, and I do believe that. I do believe that.
And that's it. Jose's name as a manager. He's a Galactico. Do you know what I mean? Him and Pep were like the Messi and Ronaldo of managers. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, they got one, we had to get the other. That's what it was. The reason why we didn't go for a Klopp or something like that was purely because Jose's name would excite the fans. It would put bums on seats also for the overseas people. Like, Jose does a lot of PR. Like, he went to the fucking World Cup, was doing commentary and that. His actual brand is big. That's why they brought him in. They didn't give a shit about the brand of football. They didn't give a shit about the recruitment policy. They didn't think about these things.
So the reason isn't even getting him in the first place, you think?
Yeah, it was a money spinner. Absolutely. It's not working out.
All right, this season, I personally think, I think there's going to be no in between this season. I think either Jose proves everybody wrong,
or we tank.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. It's either he plays attacking football. The only way he might get away with it,
he won't play attacking football. Bin that. He won't.
Let's just say hypothetically.
Yeah.
Let's just say hypothetically. Maybe he will. Maybe Jose Mourinho has a master plan. He's thinking, I'm just going to let all these people worry. I know what I'm going to do with my team. And no.
Bruv,
actually, no, I can't really
what I will say is, I think Pogba's going to have a blinder of a season, blood.
Why do you think?
Because Fred's here, blood.
He looks good, innit?
Fred is a baller. You know what I mean? And we got the legs in the midfield that we needed, so... You know what I mean? Pogba don't have to do the up and down octopus thing, blood, because man want Pogba to do everything. Yeah. Win tackles, play through balls, get on the end of headers. He can't do everything, blood. You know what I mean? Well, now we got Fred in there. I think that we need to play Andreas holding, play Fred box to box, and play Pogba.
I was going to say, let's talk about the positives and talk about, like I said, like Fred and how we should be looking to shape up.
Very good signing.
He looks very good. Obviously, it's only 2 games, but you can still see, see what he's got. And in that Real Madrid game, he was doing little
flicks and that, bro. He's comfortable under in pressure. Tight spaces with man on him. That's what we need. Matic isn't really. He's a bit slow. Does the Cruyff turn. And that, you get me? Yeah. He's quick. He's very direct. When he gets the ball, he wants to drive forward and pass forward. Very nippy. Like, he sees a pass. and he nibbles at ankles, innit? Like,
Yeah,
he gets
does.
about people.
And even just breaking up the play.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're not going to win the ball, but a good midfielder will know, do you know what, let me just break up the play here. And
He's
just we can
brilliant,
move back.
bruv. I told you, bruv. He's like Kante with a bit of sauce on there. You know them with a bit of sauce, bruv. Like, these wings, bruv. Like, I'm telling you,
I
a bit
hear
of
you.
sauce, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you saying about this 3-5-2 business? Because we played it in... yeah, your turn to eat. We've played it in the pre-season, yeah, and we've looked good. We've played it at times last season and looked equally as good, and a lot of fans have screamed out for it. Some people are like, nah, it doesn't really work for us because it alienates certain other players and only two can get up front, and then we're not really going to have any wingers, etc. Depends how you look at it. And two, some people say, it's great, but our fullbacks are shit, so why play that? Do you think we should go with that?
We have to play a 3-5-2. Let me tell you why. We have to play two up front because we got four strikers: Sanchez, Lukaku, Martial, Rashford. So we have to play two up front. Makes sense. Also, we don't have fullbacks. These men are wingers. So because of that, we can't play a 4-4-2 diamond, which would be sick with the players we have. But we don't have the crossing. We don't have fullbacks that can get up and down the byline, put crosses in. So because we don't have that, we have to play to Young and Valencia's strengths. And that's play them as fullbacks, take a bit of defensive responsibility from them because position-wise, defensively, they're both fucking suspect.
Yep, 100%.
Play the extra centre-half. You know what I mean? It's that simple, bruv.
Is that so? Maybe. All right then. So what about this? Is the infatuation with a centre half because he may be looking to play that system?
I hope so. Because then it would mean that Jose's trying to do something different. Because right now, that 4-2-3-1 is an absolute shit show, blood. It's horrible. You know what I mean? We move the ball so slowly. We don't have natural wingers. We've got four strikers and he plays one. Like, there's no logic behind it. Like, when you look at it, it's fucking stupid, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no sense. Like, play to the strength of the players that you have, that you've bought. Because you bought about 8-9 man, bro. So you bought almost a full 11.
Yeah.
But you still don't know what your best squad is. You don't know what your best team is. You don't know who plays best where. You don't know, bruv. What do you know,
Well,
blood?
Alexis was back on the left in the Munich game.
You see what I'm saying? And Alexis should have been up front.
He just did not look at all interested. Like, don't get me wrong, he didn't really get much of the ball. So I'm not saying he had a bad game. What I'm saying is, he just didn't look as effective. Like, and obviously you got Mata, who sometimes plays out there. When he's played in a two, don't get me wrong, I'm not screaming for Mata to play up front with Alexis, but he's an intelligent footballer, and from central areas, it proves why he's so effective. From the right-hand side, I almost think, as much as I love Juan Mata, it doesn't really offer anything from there.
He's got no pace, bruv, and he slows down the counter-attack. Alexis Sanchez, yeah, when he's at Udinese, yeah, he played in a 3-5-2, blood, just off the front, man, and he did bits. He needs a free roll. He doesn't need to be out on the left because he just always cuts in.
He does always, and he just makes us so
And he cuts in so fucking early as well, but man cuts in the halfway line and that.
Before the defenders even...
You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? What's that?
Mad.
He doesn't run down the line and then cut in.
The center of the pitch, exactly.
So play him there. Play Lukaku as a focal point. Play Sanchez.
Just off him,
buzzing around.
Yeah, but it is a
trying to
team
get
that you
onto
can
little knockdowns or little Lukaku's touch or something. Just chase it down, bruv. You know them ones, just get them to play in big and little. It could work. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the obsession with playing him out wide. Like, his best season for Arsenal was when they dropped Giroud and played Sanchez up top.
That was amazing.
It was a false nine. He done bits.
He was good.
He's a clinical finisher.
He is.
You know what I mean? If he's through on goal, he's bins in. Like.
Yeah.
So, Jose should know that, bruv. Jose is a cautious manager. He's very analytical. So how come he can't fucking analyse that, blood? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and just see it.
Bruv, I don't get it. Like, we have to play two up front. We have four strikers, bruv. We are a very top-heavy squad. So play an attacking way, bruv. Yes, we will concede more, but we will score a lot more. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's the biggest bugbear with like all the fans. Like I said in my match reaction that Jose, even though it was a friendly, I meant it really in general.
Yeah.
Just fucking try.
Bro,
Like,
I would rather win every game,
try.
5-2. Don't care, blood.
Of
I don't care about these 1-0s.
New age football, it's almost like a shootout. Now, I'm not saying be like Laxi Daisy at the back and like be like, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, new age football is front foot football. It's outscoring your opponent. Like, it's not them days where Jose first made his. I think when he first come into this game, that style hadn't really been seen before. And it was kind of like, that conservative, like, very difficult to beat. Score one. Then they just come on, and you nick one in and you win 2-0.
And the thing is, he doesn't even do it well. He doesn't do it like Simone, yeah? When you watch Atletico, you see when they counter-attack,
they're quick in
they transition that ball. Within 3 passes, they're in the final third. They don't fuck around. It's not all sideways and backwards. It's very, very structured and it's very, like, potent. Our thing is so slow,
That's
bro.
why when people try and compare Jose to
Simeone's different. Simeone shuts the door, blood, and then when the door opens, man just bolt out like boom. Do you know what I'm saying? So
100%.
it's almost like he just lets the players do what they're doing, yeah, when we're attacking. Like, there's no structure to it. It's like, all right, you've got the ball, now score. You know what I mean? So he works on stopping other people from scoring, and when you get the ball, individual brilliance will be enough to kind of beat these teams. No, it's not about that. It's not about individual brilliance. It's about cohesion and about structure. And there's no structure to our team, bruv. I've seen pictures of pre-season in some games, yeah, and there's this bare grass in the middle of the pitch. Man are nowhere, fam. Now, you must have seen the picture, bruv. It looked like Glastonbury, blood. There's bare grass, fam.
What happens is just bare open space. You just put a whole bunch of
Like,
tents in there.
yeah, like, what are you man fucking doing, blood? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
What are they working on for that to happen, though? If you coach an under 5s team, or under 8s or something, and you know that typical school kid thing, what they do where they either all
chase
run
the
after
ball, yeah,
or something.
It look like they're playing on a tilt and the pitch is just...
You're gonna stop them and say, "Come on, work, do this, go there. This is what you do. Don't chase ball, kick your positions."
Yeah.
For fully grown adult, professional, elite level footballers to be playing,
it's not on, bro.
I don't get it.
Like, at this level, you can't blame the players because everything is done for the players, bruv. Them man come to training, your kit's there, your boots are there, everything's washed for you. You know what I'm saying? If we're doing tactical stuff, everything's organised for you. The drills are done for you. Bruv, you just follow orders as a player. Like, literally, you're a soldier, innit? Like, you do exactly what you're told at training. Therefore, what we're seeing on Saturday is exactly what they're fucking told in training, bruv. So that's why I can only blame certain people, blood. I have to blame the coaching. I can't blame the players because I've seen them play for other managers and look good. So I know it's not them. Do you know what I mean? Like, Lukaku was probably the best striker at the World Cup. You don't look like that when he puts on a fucking red shirt.
Is that because he's got Hazard and De Bruyne behind him?
No, because he's picking up the ball on the halfway line and beating off all three man, blood.
But we just don't get him into them positions.
We don't get him on the ball facing up. Every time he gets on the ball, he has back to goal, and that's not his strength. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not because he's playing with X, Y, Z, bruv. It's because they release the ball quickly. As soon as they get the ball, they're looking to play it into his stride so he can go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different mentality. And remember, Martinez has coached this brother already, so he knows. Yeah. So he knows his strengths. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So you can look at the same with Pogba. He played a deeper, more pragmatic role for Deschamps, but he looked way better for France than he does for us.
I hear you. All right, before we finish off with the preview coming up, because the season is about to start, like, it is. Whether we like it or not.
Oh, see you lot Friday, B.
Exactly, we're going to be up there. Make sure you lot.
Now, we better do bits, fam, or I'm going viral.
Oh, just please. I don't want no meltdown. Because even if we start the season badly, there's going to be a lot of people who
say, don't worry, it's just the first game, and then City win 10-0. All of a sudden, man, I just pissed, fam. Trust me, and Liverpool win 8-0 on that, and it's peak, blood, and we're playing catch-up already.
Don't. Yeah. We'll be all right now. We'll start the season well. I think we'll start the season well. We'll win our first few games, and I think we'll actually start well for some reason.
So do I.
Not in performances.
I think we'll start well.
We'll just win the games because remember this time last
year. Yeah, we were 4-0 blood, like 4-0 FC blood. Then we died, blood.
Near Christmas time, late November,
the man got stoked and that, you know.
Just before we talk about that, what do you see in terms of these last few transfers? Just quickly, like what?
I think it'll be Toby plus one more that we're not expecting. I think that Ed's got like a fucking firework up his sleeve. I do. I don't think we're just going to sign one man. I don't think we can go into the season with the one man thing. I think the fans would go mad, blood.
So that, with the second biggest franchise in the world, and we just don't seem to be seeing that reflected on the on-pitch shit.
Yeah, but that's it. We're not moving like big clubs. We're not going for big players. We're not showing the intent of big clubs, you know what I mean? Some of the players we've been linked with in the last 3 years have been fucking comedic, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Arnautovic and that. Are you fucking smoking?
Oh, that was ridiculous for that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Are you smoking
I thought that when
crack?
It was Maguire.
Bro,
and we're still linked with him.
Are you smoking drugs, blood? Do you think you would see like Real Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern Munich linked with these kind of dead man, bro? You know what I mean? They wouldn't even make their B team. You know what I mean? So I just, bruv, like what these lot need to be careful of is, yes, we are very well supported, but football goes in cycles. If we don't continue to win things, do you know what I mean? Like the new youngsters coming up are gonna start seeing the Liverpools, the Cities, and like the way they're playing football. And if Liverpool start winning things, and they're gonna say, "Yo, these men are smacking up teams 5-0. The football's great. I want to support them."
If you're a 5-year-old, who are you gonna go?
If you're a 5-year-old, who are you gonna support? Like when we were coming up, it was Arsenal and United. That's why a lot of guys in London, even if they're not from North London, they support Arsenal anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because Arsenal were playing the exciting football, they were winning things. Do you know what I mean? There's a man from East London, West London, whatever, they support Arsenal, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Arsenal were the team doing bits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Up north, if City's the team doing bits, blood, like the up-and-coming generation, like, they're going to start going that way.
The only thing that will save them is family tradition.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
the only thing that will save them, and then sooner or later, City will be able to fill their fucking stadium out. Do you know what I mean?
That was embarrassing. They come down to Wembley for the Community Shield. They couldn't even...
But did you see the Mahrez unveiling, blood? You know them ones there? They paid man to come and they still didn't come. You know them ones there? But sooner or later, people will start turning up.
Yeah.
Because the way they're playing
Champions Leagues under their belts and all that. But at the moment, there's still a banner.
So yeah, the complacency from the owners needs to drop. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll get a rude awakening sooner.
Yeah. What do you stand on these transfers? Well, the stupid bid that Barcelona put in for Pogba. In all seriousness, obviously it was a joke thing. Like we just obviously rightly so. Like just fuck off, you're not having him. But realistically, if you think about it, Pogba's never come out and stated his love for what's going on and saying he wants to stay.
Yeah.
He obviously has problems or issues
with Jose.
Yeah. Some people may say, "How do you know this?" But
no, he does.
He does. It's not quite.
That man had an argument.
On the pitch.
On the pitch.
Yeah, the Tottenham game. Yeah, exactly.
I think Seville as well.
Yeah, and that as well. Yeah. So there's that. Do you see, like, in my opinion, I think that if he has a season like he did last year, which is kind of up and down, him and Mourinho kind of go loggerhead. He's now a World Cup winner. He's a world champion. If we don't start delivering, those are he
might just say, you know what, I'm too big for this. And he wouldn't be wrong. And he wouldn't be wrong for thinking that either. Do you know what I mean? Because he's an elite footballer. Elite. Do you know what I mean? So, if he got the offers of a Bayern Munich, a Real Madrid, or Barcelona next season, brother, if he decided that he wanted to leave, who could say to him, no?
Do you think there's any madness chance that he could go in the next couple of days?
Hell no, because we couldn't replace him. That's a no chance. Okay. No chance, bro.
Last one on the transfers, Martial.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're probably going to keep him, which for my own selfish reasons, I'm glad for. But again, if you actually think about that, what kind of Martial will we keep him? Because clearly his agent said he wanted to leave. Something's gone wrong. Then the baby situation, and people made what they made of that. There's loads of opinions, but the fact is, you can tell he's not completely happy here. He loves the fans, I believe that.
And he loves the club as well. He just doesn't love the situation.
Exactly. So, are we going to have a Martial who's not going to be at the races?
No, I think he'll still give 100%, but I feel like his opportunities are going to be limited. You know what I mean? Because Jose does do that. Do you know what I mean? He does do that. Do you know what I mean? Martial's our fourth choice forward at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And he shouldn't be. So, I don't know. I think for his development, it's not going to be a great season. But I don't know. I think he'll still be an integral part for us. I still think he'll still bag. He'll still bag 10. You know what I mean? He can still get 10 goals, 10 assists. I think he can still get that for us. Because he's that good. But hopefully, do you know what I mean? For whatever reason, he gets a decent run in the team and he can show us because he is a top quality talent.
He's brilliant. There's a lot of people who say he ain't got a head for it. He's hardly done it on a consistent basis and all that. And that's fine if you think that.
Yeah, but he's hardly played on a consistent basis either.
Exactly. And I know a good footballer when I see one, and I know that if they go on to pastures new and a different thing, they will flourish. You can see it. You can see it.
Absolutely.
Right, just to wrap up this transfer thing then, who's going to leave in the last couple of days? Who's going to come in?
Matteo Darmian, they've been saying he's been leaving for time, and I just keep seeing him grinning teeth at training.
I think he's injured, the lot's injured. Yeah, Lindelof can play out there, but I think for that reason alone, he'll probably just stay.
Yeah, that's bullshit, blood. I don't even know. I don't think many men are going to go, and I don't think many men are going to come in.
Maybe.
I think if man go, they might actually go after the window shuts because they can still leave. They just can't.
Oh, in a different country they can.
Yeah, they can still leave. I heard Rojo to Everton, but then that disappeared. I don't really know what's going on, bro. I don't know.
Probably Alderweireld.
Yes, I think Toby's coming. I think
Toby's
coming.
Not the Maguire.
I think Toby's who we want.
Boateng.
Toby's who we're going to get. Boateng's dead.
Boateng, please. People have asked me this for the last couple of days.
Don't chat to me about that guy.
His next move should be the retirement home in the MLS or China.
That's what I mean. He needs to sign for Singapore noodles, blood. That's what he needs to sign for.
Or Chicago pot noodles.
You know what I mean? Chicago town pizzas, blood. You know what I'm saying? The MLS. Get out of here, blood.
That's where he should go. So hopefully we don't get him. Okay, onto the business side of things now. Because the season's starting. Leicester, they're going to be without their key players. Yeah. World class. Harry Maguire won't be playing, so we should be able to get at the back four. You know. Yeah. Jamie Vardy probably won't be playing. Obviously, Mahrez is gone, but we're going to be probably without a few because Jose's
going to have them man in the fridge, blood, chilling. He's going to be like, they're not ready, guys, you see, because we had a World Cup. So did everyone else, by the way. Do you know what I mean? But he's going to be like, no, they're not ready.
Mbappe's back playing. He was playing for Real Madrid.
Bruv, you see what I'm saying? Bruv, let me tell you something. My man just got a bag of excuses. You know what I mean? Like, you got to realise, Community Shield, yeah? Company came back and he played. Who else played? Did Stones play as well?
I didn't watch it.
A few City man came back, yeah, that were playing in the World Cup and they played. And they came in the quarterfinals. If you got that kind of relationship with your players, they'll come back and they'll play for you. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Rashford didn't play enough games for England that he shouldn't have been on tour. You know what I mean? He started one game or something like that. You know what I mean? And took a penalty and that. That's it. Bruv. Get your ass to training, G. You know what I mean?
The Leicester game, we should be beating them first game.
We should be. Do you know what I mean? But how many times have we fucking said that?
I predict that.
I don't care about the performance in the first game. I just want to be top of the league. At the end of the first day of the season. So man can say we're top of the league because I don't know how often we're gonna say that this season, blood. So I want to win so he can be top of the league, and I'm gonna celebrate, blood.
Alexis, do you think he's gonna? Do you think there's any chance Jose could go with the 3-5-2 for that game?
Yes, I think he could. Yeah, I think he could. I think he needs to.
Maybe like Mata and... Nah, surely he wouldn't put Mata and Alexis up front for Premier League.
No. He'll play Alexis and Rashford. You know what I mean? Maybe, yeah. I think Rashford will play.
So we'll win that
The
game
new number 10.
Oh, do you know what? We ain't touched on that. Look at his face.
How have we given him the number 10 shot? Yeah, he's good, yeah.
Rants, no, wait.
Blood, he's good, yeah, but I was expecting a signing, blood, and the man got
That's the killer
Rashford.
thing, because you don't want to back... Look, for Rashford on a personal tip...
No, he's a good player. He's a good player, bro. He's a homegrown lad.
For him to get the number, that comes with a lot of responsibility.
I'm gas for him and that. Like, he's a homegrown lad, but man went from Zlatan.
We're thinking, this means
this means we're getting a bad boy,
Bale or something, and then we just don't.
And there's no number 19s out there to say that man's just giving the shirt up. Like, no, blood. Like, man's the number 10 now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's great.
Do you think he's gonna get more
but it's kind of shit, blood.
Do you think he's gonna kick on now?
No. I still think Jose's gonna rotate him anyway. But the number 10 thing, I don't know what that is. Wood was just trying to get peas in, fam. You know what I mean? I don't understand that, innit? I don't understand that. Like, it was a proper anticlimactic when I saw that. I was like, I had to rub my eyes. I was like, that ain't real.
I know. And the captain situation as well. Alexis was captain against Bayern Munich. I don't know if he's just giving it around to everyone just to see.
Jose's just I don't know, blood.
I don't know.
Like, man, just passing shit around like STDs, blood. Like, I don't get it, innit? I don't understand, bruv. I'm a fan of Rashford's and that, but to give him the number 10 shirt, that's a lot of pressure.
It is.
Do you know what I mean?
Hopefully, give him the game time and a system conducive to his playing style that can actually make him fulfill that need. Okay, Leicester game. What's the score?
2-0.
Scorers.
United. I think Alexis scores. And who else is playing?
Phil Jones from a corner.
Fuck Phil Jones, man. He shouldn't even be playing, like that. I think Alexis scores and mate, who's gonna play up front with him? Let's just say one. Let's say one Mata.
2. Yeah, that's what I was gonna go for. I was gonna say the same thing. 2-0. Yeah. I think because I think Mata will probably start the game. I just think he's just been playing. And I think Fred will impress. Yeah, for sure, man. He's got the sauce. And we'll have happy fans afterwards. Listen,
we will.
We're happy to be back. This is going to be every week.
And we'll see you lot there as well.
We're going to see you lot there. Remember, it's all about interaction as well. So, like I said to you before, I went live on Instagram. Drop us tweets and stuff at Rants and Bants, at FlexUTD to let us know what it is you want to see us talking about on this show. You lot have been calling out for it. We're happy to give it to you. We're going to be here every week telling it as it is. None of this scared to say it how it is. Because that's, you know what I mean? A lot of people, so negative, spreading it. Listen,
bruv,
if the manager was coming out and being positive, maybe we would be positive.
That's it. Man don't care. Man's here eating wings, B. You know what was there?
Look at that.
Yeah, man killed off the chicken still.
Hold tight wing shack,
That's what I'm saying.
Try and see if I can go and get some more.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Banging.
Like, it's a fan channel. We're fans. We're going to give our opinions, innit? Like, it's not always going to be... They're not always going to be the same opinions. That's fine. We're all individuals, innit? It is what it is. Make sure you leave your comments. Let us know. Did we miss anything? Like, bruv. Let us know how you're feeling about this Leicester game. Give us our score predictions. Give us our goal scorers. Let us know, guys.
Thanks for watching. See you lot next week.